Linda was 78 years old, and she truly believed her life had already shown her everything it could. After her husband passed away, she moved into her parents' old apartment in Miami, expecting nothing more than quiet days and familiar memories. She thought this would be the final, peaceful chapter of her life. Her days were simple. Nothing surprising ever happened anymore. Or so she thought. One afternoon, the doorbell rang. She was not expecting anyone. When Linda opened the door, her breath caught in her throat. Standing there was Brian, her first love, the man who had disappeared from her life 50 years earlier without a goodbye. Time had marked his face, but his eyes were exactly the same. Those eyes once made Linda believe in a future that never came. Brian said he had come to tell her the truth at last and asked if he could come in. Linda let him inside, making it clear she wanted answers, not polite conversation. He explained that when they were young, his parents had arranged a marriage for him with a wealthy family's daughter. Although he pretended to accept it, his heart had always belonged to Linda. Each time he disappeared, it was because he was being pulled back into that arrangement. Brian insisted there had never been love between them, only duty and fear. Listening reopened old wounds. Linda remembered the long years she had waited, believing she had been abandoned. Brian explained that time had been filled with pressure, expectations, and fear closing in on him from every direction. Everything changed, he said, when the woman died in a car accident. Out of guilt, he supported her parents, who believed he was her fiancé. Only later did he return, hoping to find Linda. That was when he saw another man in her life. He had visited her home several times, hoping for a sign. But each time he saw she was no longer alone. Eventually, he stopped coming, believing it was too late. That man, Linda told him quietly, became her husband. Brian never married and never had children. After moving to Miami years later, he lived alone. When he recognized Linda's parents, he learned where they lived and waited, quietly hoping she might return one day. When she didn't sell the apartment after they passed, he continued waiting. As Linda listened, she realized that while she had built a life, someone else had carried the weight of unfinished love for decades. She offered Brian something to eat, and for a moment, they sat together in silence. The past and present hung between them, fragile and unspoken. Some feelings do not fade with time. They wait. And now, in the quiet of the apartment, anything seemed possible.